Sports have always been a source of inspiration, hope, and admiration. They bring together people from all walks of life, creating moments of joy and unity. However, alongside the thrilling victories and heartwarming comebacks, there exist dark stains on the legacies of some of the world's greatest athletes. From doping and match fixing to criminal trials and refereeing decisions, scandals have haunted the world of sports for decades. In this video, we take a look at the 10 biggest sporting scandals in history. Number 10. Tiger Woods. The Fall from Grace, 2009. In one of the most publicized personal scandals in sporting history, Tiger Woods found himself at the center of a media frenzy in 2009. The golfing icon, who had reigned supreme in his sport, winning 14 major championships between 1997 and 2008, was exposed for a series of extramarital affairs. The scandal began on Thanksgiving 2009, when Woods' wife, Ellen Nordegren, confronted him after discovering his infidelity. In an attempt to escape, Woods crashed his SUV into a fire hydrant and thus began the unraveling of his carefully constructed public image. As the details emerged, it was revealed that Woods had been involved with numerous women, ranging from escorts to porn stars and exotic dancers. The fallout was devastating, with Woods losing lucrative endorsement deals and his reputation taking a massive hit. Notably, he has not won a major golf championship since the scandal broke. Tiger Woods' downfall is one of the most significant in sports history, demonstrating how personal actions can overshadow even the most impressive of athletic careers. Number 9. Operation Puerto. The blood doping scandal, 2006. In 2006, one of the largest doping scandals in cycling history came to light following the raids on Dr. Eufemiano Fuentes' residence in Spain. Authorities uncovered 211 blood bags, implicating more than 35 athletes in blood doping, a method of enhancing performance by altering an athlete's red blood cell count. Cycling was the main sport implicated, but Fuentes, who had been treating athletes for years, claimed to have worked with athletes from other sports, including footballers, tennis players, and even a boxer. However, due to threats on his life, Fuentes remained silent about the other athletes involved. The scandal led to widespread suspicions in the cycling world, particularly with the involvement of several high-profile athletes. Although Fuentes' clients were never publicly named, this case has forever tainted cycling and cast a shadow over the sport's credibility. Number 8. FIFA corruption scandal, 2015. FIFA, the global governing body of football, was rocked by a major corruption scandal that came to light in 2015. The investigation revealed a complex web of bribery and corruption involving top officials within FIFA. Allegations included bribery linked to World Cup bids, sponsorship deals, and even the awarding of the World Cup to countries like Qatar for 2022. Sepp Blatter, the longtime president of FIFA, found himself at the heart of the scandal. In total, 14 individuals were indicted on charges of bribery, including 9 FIFA officials and 5 businessmen. The charges implicated the 2010 World Cup in South Africa, the 2014 World Cup in Brazil, and even the upcoming 2018 and 2022 World Cups. FIFA's reputation has never fully recovered from this scandal, and the organization continues to grapple with the fallout. The 2022 Qatar World Cup, in particular, has been embroiled in controversy, with investigations still ongoing. This scandal proved that even the most respected organizations can harbor corruption at the highest levels. Number 7. The Mitchell Report. Steroids in Major League Baseball, 2007. In 2007, Major League Baseball was rocked by a bombshell report that would forever change the sport. U.S. Senator George Mitchell conducted a 21-month investigation into the use of performance-enhancing drugs in baseball, exposing widespread use of anabolic steroids and human growth hormone. The report named 89 MLB players who had used performance-enhancing drugs, including some of the most prominent names in the sport at the time, such as Roger Clemens, Andy Pettitte, and Miguel Tejada. The report shook the sport's integrity to its core, with accusations suggesting that the use of HGH had become rampant by 2004. As a result, the MLB implemented stricter testing measures, with harsher penalties for players caught using drugs. While the Mitchell Report didn't entirely rid the sport of performance-enhancing drugs use, it was a major step in cleaning up Major League Baseball and restoring some semblance of integrity. Number 6. Floyd Landis. The doping scandal after Lance Armstrong, 2006. Floyd Landis, a former professional cyclist, was caught in a scandal that echoed the controversy surrounding Lance Armstrong. In the 2006 Tour de France, Landis made a remarkable comeback on stage 17, only to later test positive for elevated levels of testosterone. Despite denying the charges, Landis was found guilty of doping, and his 2006 Tour victory was stripped from him. However, it was his subsequent legal battles and public admissions that ultimately led to the investigation of Armstrong, his former teammate. Landis' revelations were instrumental in the eventual downfall of Armstrong, as he exposed the systematic doping practices that had been going on in cycling for years. Landis' scandal was a turning point in the sport, shedding light on the pervasive use of performance-enhancing drugs and the lengths to which some athletes would go to maintain an edge in competition. Number 5. Bloodgate, the fake injury, 2009. In rugby, the 2009 Bloodgate scandal became one of the most infamous incidents in the sport's history. During the Heineken Cup quarterfinal match, Harlequins wing Tom Williams faked a blood injury to allow a player to return to the field after being substituted. This ruse was designed to circumvent the rules regarding substitutions and to give the team a strategic advantage. Upon investigation, it was revealed that this was not the only instance of such deception, and several similar incidents were uncovered. Williams was banned for 12 months, while the Harlequins director of rugby, Dean Richards, was handed a 3-year ban, and the team's physio received a 2-year suspension. The fallout was swift and harsh, with the team barely avoiding expulsion from the tournament. Bloodgate was a stark reminder that, in high-stakes sports, the temptation to cheat can sometimes be overwhelming, even in one of the most prestigious competitions. Number 4. The Hand of God. Diego Maradona's infamous goal, 1986. Diego Maradona's Hand of God goal during the 1986 FIFA World Cup quarterfinal match against England remains one of the most controversial moments in football history. The Argentine star scored with his left hand, and despite protests from the English players, the referee allowed the goal to stand. Maradona later admitted to using his hand to score the goal, but he justified it by saying that it was a combination of his hand and the head of God. The incident took place amid the backdrop of the Falklands War, and tensions were high. Maradona's actions sparked outrage in England and led to years of bitter debates. Though Maradona's second goal in the same match, often referred to as the goal of the century, helped redeem his performance, the Hand of God will forever be remembered as one of the most controversial moments in World Cup history. Number 3. Tonya Harding and Nancy Kerrigan. The attack that shook figure skating, 1994. In the lead-up to the 1994 Winter Olympics, American figure skater Nancy Kerrigan was attacked by an assailant at the U.S. Figure Skating Championships. The attack, which left Kerrigan injured and unable to compete for a time, shocked the nation and led to an investigation that revealed a plot orchestrated by rival Tonya Harding's ex-husband and bodyguard. The scandal shocked the world, with Harding later admitting that she was aware of the plan but denied any involvement in the attack. Harding was banned from all amateur skating competitions, and the incident forever tarnished her career. Despite this, Kerrigan went on to compete in the Olympics, where she won a silver medal. This scandal became a symbol of how far some athletes would go to secure success, and it continues to be one of the most bizarre and shocking stories in sports history. Number 2. O.J. Simpson. The Trial of the Century, 1994 to 1995. The O.J. Simpson murder trial became one of the most televised and publicized criminal trials in American history. The former NFL star was accused of murdering his ex-wife Nicole Brown Simpson and her friend Ronald Goldman in 1994. The case captured the nation's attention, and Simpson's eventual acquittal sparked outrage and controversy. The trial divided the country along racial lines, with white Americans generally believing in Simpson's guilt and black Americans supporting his innocence. Despite his acquittal in the criminal case, Simpson was later found liable for the murders in a civil trial and ordered to pay $40 million to the victims' families. The O.J. Simpson trial was a turning point in how celebrity and criminal justice intersected in the United States, and it continues to resonate with people today. Number 1. Lance Armstrong, the greatest doping scandal, 2013. Lance Armstrong's confession to Oprah Winfrey in 2013 marked the peak of what is likely the greatest doping scandal in history. Armstrong, who had won 7 Tour de France titles, admitted to using performance-enhancing drugs throughout his career. He confessed to using EPO, HGH, and blood doping to maintain his dominance in the sport. Armstrong's fall from grace was monumental, as he had previously been hailed as an icon in the cycling world and a hero for his fight against cancer. His confession not only destroyed his career, but also cast doubt on the legitimacy of his previous victories. Armstrong was stripped of all his Tour de France titles and banned from professional cycling for life. The scandal surrounding Lance Armstrong was a sobering reminder that despite the public image of clean athletes, many top-level competitors have been involved in doping. Armstrong's story continues to serve as a cautionary tale about the pressures of maintaining success at any cost. And that's a wrap on the 10 biggest sporting scandals in history. What do you think? Did we miss any jaw-dropping scandals that should have made the list? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the dark side of sports, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe so you never miss out on more jaw-dropping stories, epic breakdowns, and exclusive content. Trust us, you don't want to miss what we have coming next.